A lot of people don't like it when they think you're attacking their beliefs, and they think veganism is a belief. So I had the question to myself: is veganism a belief? So I'll investigate that slightly. Today I saw an article on Reuters, which I always thought was intelligent, and it turns out it's not in the way they portray this. Banistan, 4-day meat ban in India's Mumbai sparks outrage. And this is an article that the Jains, who are a financially powerful community, as well as religious and peaceful and support non-violence to living beings, in Mumbai they fast for 8 days, and 4 of those days they've imposed a meat ban, non-consecutive days, where the killing and eating of animals is banned, although it says it doesn't cover fish and poultry, and yet people are still outraged and they can still eat their chicken flesh and fish. But people have been outraged and they're on Twitter, #Banistan, #meatban. The ban opponents are urging people to eat and let eat. The irony of that, of course, is eat and let eat comes from the saying live and let live, which of course if they used live and let live and didn't see the irony in the dead animals that they're eating and trying to say live and let live, would have been too much. So they changed it to eat and let eat and didn't see the irony of where that came from. There's a few quotes here. The Jains are entitled to their own beliefs and can peacefully follow what they believe in, but they should not be in any way involved in imposing a ban that affects others. Hey, don't do things that affect others, guys, but will kill these animals, which ends their life, which is a lot worse than you going 4 days without red meat. Another quote here from Mohammed Al-Qureshi, president of industry body the Bombay Suburban Beef Dealers Association. Let's see where his mind's at. Said, Jains do not eat onions and garlic as well. So tomorrow, is the government going to ban those items also? It's funny, I give him that. But I think the reason Jains don't eat onions and garlic is because they are very potent and should only be used in cleansing purposes. And we overindulge on them and it completely ruins the healing properties they have when we eat them all the time. And I'm sure in the West we use it a lot. I'm sure in India they use it a lot in their cooking as well, maybe too much, and that's why the Jains, who are more in tune, more intuitive with how the body reacts to foods, the fact that they don't eat animals already says that. They're not banning onion and garlic because they don't want to hurt them, it's because they're potent. This guy, Mohammed Al-Qureshi, wouldn't expect any less from the Suburban Beef Dealer, the president of the Suburban Beef Dealers Association, but it's just a shame they don't seem to see it the way it is. Is veganism a belief? That is the question I pose myself. As people want to say, you have your beliefs, I have mine, like live and let live. People say that without saying that all the time. I don't think veganism is a belief. I think not agreeing with unnecessary cruelty to animals is a belief. I think, exactly that. And to carry out the fact that I believe that, I try to live in alignment with that. Whereas there are people that are against animal cruelty, but they're just not aware that paying someone to slit an animal's throat and to kidnap babies from their mothers, who has been proven to love them more than humans love our babies, they don't think that's cruel somehow. But I understand how they don't think it's cruel, because if they were to think it's cruel, they would have to change a habit they've been doing for years in their life. And people just don't have time for that right now. People don't want to change something. They feel happy. They think they'd lose relationships. I don't know. There's a million excuses under the sun for why people are against animal cruelty, but try not to believe it. Cognitive dissonance, whatever you want to call it. I, however, am a person who is against animal cruelty. My belief is that causing needless suffering with my choices to another being is wrong. I'm against that. My belief is not to do that. So that makes me a vegan. So my belief isn't that I'm a vegan and that you should be too. It's that I think causing needless suffering to other beings is wrong. So I'm going to live in a way that does that. So I'm trying to show others, hey, are you against animal cruelty? Yeah, I'm against animal cruelty. Well, you know, when you're drinking that milk or eating that cheese, that's causing cruelty to animals, right? You know that. Oh, no, but it's not. But I buy mine free range, buy free range eggs. But you know, when you buy your free range eggs, where do you think all the male chicks go? You got all the layer hens, the female chick. What happens to all the male chicks that they rate? Are they just, there's a big field that, no, they kill them at 2 days old. Those eggs you're eating are causing suffering, needless suffering, and they're pretty cruel to some animals on the planet that we share with. Even if the free range, you know, it's pretty mean. So you could live, there is another option, you know, you could live another way. You could start learning about this thing where we live in alignment with our beliefs, and you know what, there's many rewards. I won't tell you about them all because I couldn't fit it into a 10-hour video, but you will discover them along the way, and each one's a treat. Anyway, that's just a little thing I wanted to address. Is veganism a belief? I don't think it is. I believe it's not a belief. I just think veganism just follows the belief that I'm against animal cruelty. And that is that for that. Naguib t-shirts, they're out on ethicsанdantics.com. Thank you for everyone that supported and bought the first batch. We had a few teething issues, but we're back in stock, up and running again. So if you want to cop them, Naguib for the slamina. I wanted to keep it subtle. I don't want people to be in their faces with the vegan message, but subtle. Those that know. Those that clock it, or they might clock it in the mirror, in the window when they're on the tube, and then when you see it backwards, they'll know what it's about. And people might ask you for the slamina. What's for the slamina? Who's the slamina? You know, it's the animals. Alright guys, much love as always. That's all from me. Till next time.